should be like you, Melvin.
Ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts.
Want authentic supporter insight on all things Bournemouth? Follow Up the Cherries in all departments on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Search TalkSport Fan Network.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Cherries fans from around the world, wherever you are joining us on this another edition of Cherry AM on this fine Tuesday morning. As always, I welcome my co-host Malcolm Chiverton. Welcome, Malcolm.
Yeah, good morning, Ollie. Good morning, everybody in the chat. Yep, all good.
Pretty cold outside yours, isn't it?
Yeah, 0 degrees. Can't see any blueness out there. So looks a bit grim today.
Yeah, I think it's only going to get worse as well, mate. Unfortunately, for the next 6 weeks or so, right? So,
winter.
Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. A couple of people in the chat already. Paul Sants says, "Good morning, everyone." Morning, Paul.
Good morning, Paul.
Chris Hubble says, "Morning, everyone, on this lovely sunny and cold day."
Yeah, hi, Chris.
And Liam Humby, "Good morning, everyone." Up the Cherries.
Hi, Liam.
Morning, guys. Yeah, morning, everyone. Obviously, standard Tuesday morning, we will be giving you a rundown of the Premier League games that happened at the weekend, the results at the table, currently top 6, bottom 6, all that kind of fun stuff. And then moving on to Thursday, as always, we will do your rundown for next weekend's game. But as for today, let's get it kicked off. There was a few, should we say, exciting or interesting results at the weekend that
I would say interesting. It just seems that it is becoming quite unpredictable this season. You look at the fixtures, and I suppose on paper, yes, some results should go one way or whatever, and they're just not happening for whatever reason. You know, it's it's really, really interesting. I mean, the table, I know it's still early, but nevertheless, very, very strange. Certainly down the bottom end, apart from obviously Wolves, well adrift, but anything can happen. You know, a couple of losses or a couple of wins. Strange, really strange.
Yeah,
interesting time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, look, just from the get-go, the first result that really jumps out at me is where Liverpool have been left, right? 3-0 losing against Forest. They're now sitting 12th behind Tottenham, United, Everton, Bournemouth. However, as you were just saying, though, one win and a couple of teams above them losing this weekend could frog them up to 4th place. That's how tight this table is. Yeah,
exactly that. I mean, 2 weeks ago we were second, and that dropped down to 9th, and now we're 8th or whatever. So it's going to chop and change. So it's really important, obviously, to get the points, whether it's 1 or 3, to keep you in the mix, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's tell us a little bit about the weekend, because Arsenal are now top of the table, 29 points, 6 clear of Chelsea, in second, which again wasn't really expecting that after this weekend's results and fixtures. But Chelsea had didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, we can hit on that because Chelsea 2-0 away at Burnley.
Yep.
Would you say a bit lucky, a bit fortunate? I mean, Burnley gave it a go. You know, Scotty's done a decent job there with what he's got. He's built a side, and they are capable of turning out decent results. To be honest with you,
yeah,
not an easy team to play against, but Chelsea did just about enough to get over the line. But wow, second,
yeah,
absolutely unbelievable. And then you mentioned Arsenal. Wow, what a performance! Really, what a performance! That it doesn't matter the opposition; you have to go out and perform. And apart from a bit of genius from Richarlison, you know, to get one back for Spurs, I mean, completely dominant. They look the real deal at the moment.
Yeah.
The question is
with Eze.
The question is, can they keep it going? And when you see the players that aren't in the side for Arsenal, see them sat on the subs bench or injured, whatever, you think, crikeys, you got to take them seriously, haven't you?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, you do. Yeah, and as you mentioned, winning 4-1 at a London derby. I mean, Tottenham have been, I would argue, better at the moment than they've been for a little while. And if they're still getting dominated 4-1 by Arsenal, then you can see how good Arsenal are at the moment.
Well, it's their first defeat away, isn't it? So, crazy game of football.
Yeah,
a great watch. Really was brilliant watching. Like you mentioned, is a superb, absolutely superb.
Another big fixture that happened was the Newcastle win against City.
Wow, yeah.
2-1 for the Toon, which I think at the time incredibly needed with the points that they gained from that.
Yeah.
But again, that was also an incredibly good game. I'm not sure if you watched that, but Haaland, Voltemada, and Thiaw, I think his name is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then there was a couple of fantastic players in that game that really stood out.
Yeah, perhaps one of those that one of the changes Eddie Howe made, he actually put Grimares right in the middle of midfield this time round, and the setup was brilliant. Obviously, you're going to talk about Harvey Barnes.
Yeah.
But wow, collectively, you know, they were on the money, weren't they, at the weekend?
Yeah.
Obviously, at home with that crazy support they've got. But great watch, great entertainment, even for a neutral. You know, these top games, these are the ones you want to watch week in, week out.
Yeah. As you said, as a football fan, these are the games you look forward to. Yeah.
Exactly that. You know, it didn't disappoint at all. Congratulations, Newcastle, on the 3 points, because it was deserved over the 90 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not as though it wasn't exactly sort of 100% predictable which way it would go, you know, because City came straight back at them after the first goal, and then wow, what's happening here? But superb, you know, the mentality and the endeavour from all the players, you know, just keep it going, because they weren't really doing anything wrong, Newcastle, you know, just one of those moments.
That's right.
But,
well, it was a dire moment. It could have been much more dire. City taking 3 points from that game would have put them second, but Newcastle not taking 3 points from that game would have left them in 18th or 17th now.
Crazy, absolutely crazy,
nuts. So that was an unbelievably necessity win for Newcastle this weekend.
Do you think that, you know, these international, so European competition games, do you think that has an impact on them?
Absolutely. Yeah, of course it does. Yeah. Think about it, right? So we're used to 38 games a season, right? Plus cup games, you know, maybe some others here and there. Imagine if you're adding 15 games on top of that. You know, that is. Well, I mean, we're not used to it. We're not used to seeing that. But if you're following a team that's just increased their output per season on season, by 15 games. Yeah, I wouldn't even like to think of the aftermath effects that has on muscles, on mentality, on travel time, on, there's a ton of stuff that goes behind it. So yeah, I definitely think it has a huge impact. Impact. But that's the point of it, isn't it? That's where we're wanting to go. Like, as a Bournemouth squad, in 2.5 years, we want that kind of pressure, don't we? We want that European pressure. We want that hierarchical pressure. So it's obviously a place that teams want to get to, but really bloody tough to maintain. So yeah, I'm not sure how that suits, but it's an interesting one. It's
certainly worth weighing it up, because Newcastle, if they weren't in Europe, do you think they would be higher up the table?
Absolutely do.
You can throw that in, can't you, in the mix?
100%.
I think so.
I think so, yeah. I absolutely do. Just coming back to the comments, Sean says, I've had enough of this frost already.
Stop moaning. Morning, Sean.
I haven't had too much frost yet, Sean, so I can't moan with you on that one yet. Paul says, I still stick with my predictions. The bottom three at the moment will be the three going down.
Well, could well happen. We'll come on to those. Yeah.
Well, that saves James, the E20 zone West Ham fan, doesn't it? Because there was a bit of panic for West Ham on Sunday night's Cherry Slaps. So yeah, fingers crossed there, Paul. Sean says this Sunday probably one of the two most important fixtures for the women at Ringwood against Watford. First versus second. We need to win by 2 goals to get to the top of the league again. Thanks, John. Appreciate that. And question for everyone: do you want Champions League or Europa Conference? Given the option, mine would be Europa Conference. So more trips in theory. Interesting. That is a conversation I'm going to leave until after Christmas, because
pointless at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just with what we were just saying about the table, it's really, really hard to see where we're going to be in 3 games, let alone 10.
Yeah,
like the 9 points, 7 points could be a difference between. I mean, look. If we look at it here, 9 points, let's say, for example, is the difference between us and second.
Yeah.
7 points is still the difference between us and second. So anything can happen in 3 games. Anything.
That's for something later in the season, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Dazza says, good day to Ollie and Malcolm and all in the group chat. Good day to the Cherry Down Under.
Hi, Darren.
Paul Sants, under the new rules, we would lose money playing in the Europa. Didn't know that. Interesting, Paul. Please elaborate if you can. And Dazza says 21 degrees and blue skies. Sorry, though. Tad late, Dazza. Yeah.
Sorry. Don't be sorry, Darren.
Yes. Right. So moving on. We also had a bit of a result last night, didn't we?
Well, that was interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was a funny one. I did watch a bit of it. Did you watch all of it?
Most of it, most of it, well, crazy first half. It was just, you're thinking, what the hell is going on here? There was no holding back, was there? I mean, red card for slapping his own player.
Yeah, which, bear in mind, hasn't happened since 2008. I saw a stat yesterday.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've seen this morning.
Yeah,
and I actually watched that one with, who was it? Lee Boyer and Dyer at Newcastle. I watched that game live. I couldn't believe what I was watching back then. I was thinking, this is crazy. This shouldn't be happening,
And
but hey ho,
25, and they're still arguing with teammates. I think it's
you can agree to disagree, surely. And I understand the emotions and everything, because obviously, they're fully wound up, aren't they, before they go on the pitch, no matter what. And perhaps, there was a mistake made, with covering or whatever at the back. But then to react in that way is just stupid. And the rules of the game state, that the ref got it right. Whether you think it was too harsh. That's everybody's own opinion, but by the laws of the game, he had to go.
Yeah.
But credit to Everton, they just kept playing the way they wanted to play, and really good goal. Defensively, it could have done better with it, but nevertheless, he made his space and put a shot away. Superb. But then you'd expect United to come back at them, like a steamroller. And okay, they had attempts on goal, but just absolutely rubbish at the back, giving the ball away needlessly. These are top pros, mate. If you're a United fan, what would you be thinking after that?
Well, dire straits at the minute, right? It's
I just think it's unbelievable. They think they've turned the corner, and there's the poor guy who still hasn't had his hair cut. For those that follow it on social media, yeah, crazy. But Moisey, first time that he's actually got a win back at Old Trafford in 18 attempts. So
yeah, I think it's good for him. Really is good for him.
Yeah. It was a smart move by Everton bringing him in, wasn't it?
I just think again they were absolutely looking at going down. There is no doubt in my mind that had they not made some changes, and the fact they've just had 2 back-to-back wins and 6 points, they've almost saved their arse this season. This half of the year at least.
They're a decent watch, Ollie, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely they are. Yeah, they really are.
Yeah.
So 3 more teams, well, actually 4 more teams that I want to talk about, not necessarily because of the results, but standings now in the league.
Okay.
And that's basically 2nd to 6th, mate, which is strange. So I'm talking Chelsea, Villa, Palace, Brighton.
Yeah.
Because firstly, I'd like your opinion on Chelsea, because again, it wasn't in any way, shape, or form where I'd expect them to be second for a start.
No.
I don't necessarily feel like they've pulled out wonderful results, but they've been scraping by and getting points, which it's all that matters, really, isn't it? To stay at the top of the league.
I think.
Do we see anyone knocking Arsenal off, or is this a gone game at the minute? Arsenal look incredibly strong. Chelsea and City are going to continue to leapfrog each other and maybe drop points here and there. Is this an Arsenal season?
Well, like I said before, they look the real deal at the moment, but that is only in the moment. It can change. The weekend coming, Arsenal playing Chelsea, if I'm right.
Oh.
So Ollie's just checking.
Yes, you're correct.
Yeah. So watch this space. That is going to be a real humdinger.
That really is going to be a game, yeah.
Yeah. Chelsea, I don't know. I'm going to give them a top 4. They're not all inspiring. They have really, really good moments. But they can tend to slip up, maybe drop points where you least expect them to. Yeah. Because everybody's fighting now, aren't they? It's game on, and it is now right the way through till March. No more international breaks apart from those. And this is going to come into play next month with the AFCON. So with the African Cup, lots of players will be missing out. So squads will be a little bit depleted.
There's going to be tons of players.
There's going to be an awful lot, missing. So you really have to throw that into the equation as well. So, anybody who likes to have a little wager, think about those that won't be about.
Yeah.
Because you could be throwing money out the window. But Chelsea, why not? Why not? Nothing to say that another club will put a really good run together. Whether it be 5 or 6 on the trot.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that could throw them in the mix. And there's one team you didn't mention who we got to face this weekend.
Yes, it's my final topic of conversation.
Oh, okay, we'll do that after. Okay.
I was leading to it. Well done, though, mate. You're on the ball, which is good.
Aston Villa,
Yes,
you
Aston
mentioned.
Villa. Again wasn't quite. I don't know how I've missed Villa, but it's only up until they beat us that they started really kind of hitting on my radar a little bit, and now they're fourth.
Well, actually, I did beforehand because they did have a poor start,
Mm.
and then he started putting some results together. And yeah, Unai Emery's done a brilliant job as always. Class act manager, really class act. Wasn't an easy game at Leeds. And we've said this before, Leeds at home, it is a bit of a fortress for them. Atmosphere as well. So any points you get at Ellen Road, they got to be earned.
And they were 1-0 down, weren't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Villa weren't particularly good in the first half, but they certainly upped the tempo, and I don't know whether it was that they put more into it and that Leeds sort of dropped off a bit. Very, very difficult with Leeds at the moment because divided fans up there that say, Fark should be, shown the door.
Yeah.
There are others that are saying his selections were wrong at the weekend. When you look at the players they had on the bench, that should have probably started. You can see the argument, but they were doing all right. They were in the game, but I think that second goal really did it for them. That they conceded. So, but once again, you have to play to the last whistle and get your tactics right. Yeah, Villa, you can't underestimate them. Do so at your own peril. I mean, when they lost at Liverpool, what was it, 2-0? But they shouldn't really have lost that game. They sort of really, really went for the jugular in the first half against them, and very unfortunate, twice against the woodwork. They deserve to get something out of that game. It is what it is. That's football. That's why we love it so much.
Yeah, agreed. Darren says in the comments here, question, given the concerning amount of goals in the last 4 matches we have conceded, dear Keto and Milo for Sunderland? Great question.
I think we'll come on to that on Thursday, Daz. It's a really interesting point because Ollie and myself will do a pre-match prediction, lineups and everything. And we'll talk more in depth about that. That'll give us, we got time between now and then to research a little bit more, find out what's happening.
Mm-hmm. He also says 13, question mark.
Sorry, say that again.
He says 13, question mark. What's that referring to?
I don't know. Unlucky?
Could be. No, give us a bit more info there, Daz. But yes, in regards to your question, we will be coming to that on Thursday. I'd like to know your opinion on that as well, Daz, to be fair. By all means, drop us in a starting 11. Feel free.
Yeah.
But you are right, and we are actually about to come on to them because we're next to each other, 7th and 8th, Sunderland and Bournemouth.
That's okay. He's put it up now. Goals conceded.
Oh, goals conceded. Yeah, fine. Because goals against Sunderland have got 11. We've got 20 at the minute. Ours is way more. Yeah, I think our goal difference is -1 currently. But it was good. It was a good start to the season, goal difference wise. This weekend, obviously, we'll come on to the big rundown, predictions, lineups, standout players and stuff on Thursday. But considering we're talking about the table, Sunderland are 7th, we're 8th. We're on the same amount of points, both on 19 points. So really,
Saturday coming up.
Yeah, it's either going to separate us and Sunderland by 3 points, or
not.
Or we're not going to be separated, and we're both going to be sat on 20 points. Which, again, interesting, very, very interesting to say the least. I think that's unless you've got any others to add there.
You did mention Brighton, didn't you?
I did mention Brighton. Yes.
Your thoughts? 2-1, 2-1 against Brentford.
Yeah, I think it was a good result. Because again, didn't they go 1-0 down? I think
they did actually. Yeah,
they did. Yeah,
one down at half time. Yeah,
back Brighton.
Danny Welbeck again.
Was it really?
Yeah, equalised, and then Hinchelwood scored 6 minutes from time.
Danny
So
Welbeck.
yeah, I mean, he doesn't stop, does he?
Yeah.
The old guys are doing it. Welbeck, Wilson. Yeah, good luck to them.
Old school football, isn't it?
Say again.
Old school football compared to this new age.
Well, they never lose it, do they? They know what it's all about. Obviously, Brighton up to 6th at the moment.
Yeah.
Same points as us again. So as you mentioned, how the table stands. It's really, really interesting. And I like this time, sort of late November, right through December to Christmas. With so many games coming up. I mean, if you want to, you can look and see who's playing who in the next, 4 weeks, whatever. I don't. I do it game by game, really.
Yeah.
I do know a couple of the clubs, they've got really tough run coming up. I think James highlighted their problems at West Ham with their next 4 or 5, didn't they? Which is going to be where the points going to be coming from. So, he's holding his hat there with West Ham, thinking, well, we'll wait until January and we'll see once we get this run of difficult games out of the way and see where we go from there. It's really interesting.
Yeah,
Palace at the moment 5th. They just keep rolling on, don't they?
They do. Yeah. Sorry, Daz. Yeah. Danny Welbeck's father is in the bomb squad. His name is Stan Welbeck. Good one, Daz. Like that. Sorry, Mal. Please continue.
You crazy man. Really good. Thanks for that. Palace 2-0 away at Wolves. So bringing in Rob Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting to. I don't know if anybody else listens to him. I generally check out Dazzling Dave, the Wolves fan, on YouTube. Very, very honest guy. And the people that go to games with him, he brings them on. And like he mentioned, he said that you notice the improvement, that there is obviously a change of manager, but it needs more. It needs a lot more. I don't know if they're really resigned, probably, that they will go down. I can't see him clawing that back.
They're on 2 points.
Yeah.
2 points, out of 12 games. That's 2 losses, man.
I know it's early, but they're already talking about the record that Derby have got. I think wait up. They might be able to beat that, I think. But we've got the January window coming up as well. If they get players in. But that's, it's down to the owners. Are they going to invest or just say, right, stuff it, we're going to go down, take the parachute payment and then rebuild from there? That can also happen. Very, very interesting.
I got another stat here for you, actually, that I've just seen. So believe it or not, there's been a marked rise in set piece goals. And long throw goals is what they're saying. So believe it or not, 28% of this season's goals have come from corners or throw-ins.
Yep. Yeah.
28%, and it's not been that high since 2009 season.
Crazy, isn't it?
That is crazy. Like, you got to, if you really think about how football has leveled up since 2009, and somehow in the first 12 games of the 2025-26 season, we're on point with the same set pieces and throw-ins as we were 17 years ago.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. That, to me, that is a a real mental stat to try and break down how that's possible. But yeah, crazy, absolutely crazy. Love it.
Did you? I mean, we didn't mention it, but it's certainly worth having a mention. Is in that Leeds Villa game, was it Morgan Rogers' free kick? I mean, I don't know if you saw it, but wow. I had a feeling he was going to score. He just, but it was a technique that he had to get it up and over. Superb. I mean, it's no surprise. I mean, his all-round game is brilliant, and it's no surprise that he's pushing for a starting place for the national team. Excellent. And keeping good players out. That's what I like about it. So he's doing everything right at the moment. That young man. Good luck to him. Another game we haven't covered or mentioned, Fulham, who beat our next opponents 1-0. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Good for them.
A result that was needed for them as well, really.
Certainly. Yeah, like I said, it's good luck to them for that. Raul Jimenez, he'll keep scoring, won't he?
Seems it.
Yeah, I mean, he is their go-to man. Tough game. Well, obviously, Sunderland, no mugs are they? They're up there on merit with us.
Yeah.
Really good football inside, which makes this coming weekend even more interesting. A lot of talk about Marco Silva staying or not, which is odd. I mean, there's been a few thrown in the mix this week. I think a lot of it's just reactionary, but there's Farke at Leeds, Marco Silva at Fulham, even Tottenham fans calling for Thomas Frank to go.
Yeah,
which is I think absolutely crazy. And then you can't rule out Arne Slot. I mean, I'm not saying they'll go. I just think I think that is really a very, very big overreaction. But when you look through like social media or whatever, and you can understand the fans' frustrations. But do you think changing managers every couple of months is going to do any good at all?
I don't think that's the answer at all nowadays in football. I don't think changing the manager technically, unless it's a specific circumstance and situation, I think the absolute last resort should be changing your manager.
Yeah, I agree.
Like bottom of the barrel, last option should be right. We change our manager, but I think it should really never get to that, in my opinion. Like especially if you're a Premier League team and you're in the Premier League, something's gone right. There's no way in my mind you should be sacking senior members of staff. But
it is crazy. I mean, if you look at Farke at Leeds, he got them up 100 points. Wow. And just because they're struggling, who are they going to bring in? Who's going to?
Well, that's the thing, right? My immediate comparison goes back to a Sean Dyche, right? You never get a Sean Dyche in to win the league, do you? You never get a Sean Dyche in to make Europe. You never get a Sean Dyche in to hit the top half of the table. You get a Sean Dyche in to save your team from relegation. That's what Sean Dyche does. He's really good, and you heard it from the players this weekend as well. They were like, "Oh, what's the impact that Sean's had so far?"
Yeah,
and every single one of them were like, "Well, we've just fucking don't stop running. We don't stop running. He's got us running and defending and running." And you're like, right, that's an old school manager, and they've just pulled a result from it. And they're gonna save themselves from relegation because of what Dyche is doing. And I just think that certain managers have got certain traits and attributes, and you can't all of a sudden go from here to here as a club, and then because you've taken your manager, go, "Oh no, sorry, mate." I disagree with it so much. I really do.
Yeah. It's horses for courses, isn't it? Like you say.
Yeah.
Dyche will keep them up.
He will. Yeah.
Yeah. Steadies the ship. Instills discipline.
Yeah.
In the players. And like I say, gets them fit. It's all part and parcel. Whether you agree with it or not, I mean, we all say, we don't like the way Sean Dyche's teams play. It's not, the most entertaining, but he gets the job done.
Exactly. And that's what he says on the tin, right? So,
yeah.
What more could you want? What more could you need? Daz says the biggest worry with sacking a manager, you have to see who is available. Could be Dyche.
Well, it won't be. I mean, he'll stay at Forest. He's doing a decent job, isn't he? He's got them clicking now, which is rather good.
Yep.
Whether you like him or not. I mean, they got a decent squad.
They have, yeah. It was only thrown into turmoil, really, because of managerial changes again.
Yeah, exactly that.
And that wasn't even due to performance or points. That was due to an internal grievance, I guess, So, yeah, interesting. Yeah, really, really interesting.
Very, very strange, to be honest with you. Very strange.
That, for me, wraps up the Premier League, Mal. Have you got anything more from your side?
I don't think so. I think we've covered all the games very briefly. Like I say, we'll dive more into Cherries stuff on Thursday morning, which I'm really looking forward to.
Yep.
We got some European football this week to look forward to.
Yep.
Which is also very nice. I won't say it gives us a break, but it's always good to watch some other teams playing.
Yeah.
Big choices to watch this week. So
Absolutely.
I'm a happy bunny.
Good. Yeah. And from us, you will see us again on Thursday morning.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if there's any additional shows coming out this week. Is there anything we should be shouting out about?
I think there is one up on the channel that created an interview with
Tom A. Smith.
He's the one. Yeah. Sunderland fan, so check it out.
Yeah, I think he's a singer from Sunderland.
Some indie singer.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so absolutely worth going to check out. But from me and Mal, it is farewell for now. We will be back on Thursday morning with our weekend update for lineups, score predictions, standout players, and all of that fun stuff. But for now, up the Cherries, and I hope you have a fantastic evening.
Thanks very much, Ollie, and thanks everybody in the chat for joining us. Up the Cherries.
Up the Cherries.
TalkSport Fan Network.
The ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts.
Want authentic supporter insight on all things Bournemouth? Follow Up the Cherries in all departments on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Search TalkSport Fan Network.
I should be like you, Mel.